What's up, YouTube? What's up, Patreon friends? How's everyone doing today? We're jumping on. So we started early on the Patreon. We're starting our Soulful Sundays, and I'm trying to get a video that will post and not be blocked. So I'm hoping this will fall into that category, but I got a few more lined up for the evening. Oops, don't mind me. I got my new fancy mic. I thought I'd put it in the camera to try it out. We're seeing if I like this one or the TLM one better. This is a replica of the microphone. It's called a clone. Of the microphone that I'm pretty sure Bruno Mars has in his studio currently. I'm pretty sure, but I'm trying it out. Dave, my friend Dave, y'all know Dave from the channel. He runs a music store, and they had one available, and so I'm trying to decide which one to get. So I like this one a lot, though, man. I like this one a lot. So we'll see. It's gonna be a tough call, but anyway. A bunch of y'all, especially from the YouTube, been asking for this one for a long time. This is Ed Sheeran doing "Blow" with Chris Stapleton and Bruno Mars, and like, man, what a lineup! Chris Stapleton, man, has got like one of the most like unique and just like authentic, I guess, like voices. I don't even know how to describe it, man. We should do some Chris Stapleton on here because he's a blast. He is wild, man. So I'm pretty sure I've seen this. I'm pretty sure I saw it when it come out, but it's interesting now, man. I listen to music a little differently because of all this. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited to see what we got here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can check me out on Patreon. Links in the description box. What else? Drop your request down below. I'm keeping a big long list for the Soulful Sundays here. And let's see if I get this up. And if I do this, then y'all should be good. I should be able to see the sound. Okay, let's do this. Great riff. You know, it's tough because like I find in a lot of like modern music, it seems like those guitar riffs, they don't really go anywhere. Like they're kind of cool, but they just kind of like are just kind of showing off, or just kind of like it's just a riff, but it doesn't like it's not built for a song. But like this is just like it's such a nice round, and like it's like the chromatic is cool, the scale tracing is cool, man. It's so bluesy and like blues, like southern rock kind of like, man. This is great. What a great pairing. Nice. Bass going wild right now. So Ed Sheeran starting it off right. I'm hoping I'm getting that right. But the processing sounds fantastic, man. This whole thing sounds great. This drum kit, I dig. It almost gives me, I just don't know enough Ed Sheeran to say if it falls into his category. But like everything you hear with Bruno Mars feels like it's real instruments. Even if it's like an 808 or like a digital drum kit, it still feels like it was really influenced by a real drummer. Probably Bruno, a lot of it. And it's neat that they could have had like a really big like southern kick drum, like this big boomy drum kit, but they picked like this short, like almost like R&B style drum kit to like fill this out, and it's just like it's neat, man. It's real neat. Is there a story behind the video? Could they just like not get everyone together or what? Like what's the story?
You're doing something strange. Well, jump back, talk to me, woman. You make me wanna make a baby.
Great riff, man.
Supernatural woman, supernatural free. Don't know what you're doing. Got me feeling weak. Oh, I wanna call you fever, baby.
Oh man.
You can set a fire on me. Hot damn, pop it like a pistol, mama. It got me down on my knees, baby, please.
That was wild, man. Like mixing in all those chord, like the harmonies and stuff too, man, and getting like nice and bitey in this too. Like in the first one, it sounded like there was more of like I can't remember the effects called, but it kind of sounds like that like megaphone kind of vibe. And then it's like now it's just like full send, man. This is great.
Damn, pop it like a pistol, mama. It got me down on my knees, baby, please.
I want to touch those harmonies again. Here.
Got me feeling weak. Oh, I wanna call you fever, baby.
And that like, I want to call you fever, baby. Well, like whatever it is, like it's just so fast, man. And they mix like those vocals and the groupings in so well. Like, man, this is so well done.
You can set a fire on me.
You can set a fire on me. That's so cool. Like it's like during the word fire, he's pressing the like it forward against his teeth, so it becomes like a I'll over accentuate it. You could be a fire, oh, whatever the words are, right? But like, so it's like this very ooh to like a ah ooh, like, and then aside from the vowel, you can actually like move it where it sits in your mouth, because you could do like a ah or like a ooh, or you could do like a ah or a ooh. You know what I mean? Like, it's just different placement. It's just neat to hear the contrast, right? Like, it feels like everything that like I've come to know that Bruno is a part of is like, it's just like everyone trying to outdo each other, man. Just like everyone write their verse, and we'll just go back and forth till it's perfect, you know?
I wanna call you fever, baby. You can set a fire on me. Hot damn, pop it like a pistol, mama. It got me down on my knees, baby, please. I'm coming,
Oh, man.
baby. I'm running for you. Hey, locked, loaded, shoot my shot tonight. I'm coming, baby. I'm gunning for you. Pull my trigger, let me blow your
Oh
mind.
man, like his voice is just like, it's just so, there's so much body to it, you know what I mean? I bet you he just wails too. Like everything I've seen him do, man, it just feels like he's just wailing and like spitting and like, oh man, I don't know if he is actually loud, but it sure feels like it.
You red leather rocket,
There he is.
you little fashion queen. Everybody's watching. Pretty little thing, baby. Tell me what's your fantasy. Come close and let's talk about it. You want white lines I've never seen, whipped cream, and everything in between. Yeah, I'm coming.
You know what though? Like, I don't want to like, cause like I love the Chris Stapleton and Justin Timberlake thing. Like I dug it, man. Like Chris Stapleton, like I say, is fantastic. Justin Timberlake, man, is like of superstars, man, is just different. You know what I mean? But it's just like the pairing. I just didn't like the pairing. Like I just thought that their voices were so different that it was just like, I don't know, man. But like Chris Stapleton and Bruno, man, and Ed Sheeran, like it's just such a good grouping. Like they all have similar characteristics, but it's like it's separated enough, and it seems like they're all like on the same page for the same craft. Like I don't know, it's just like there's something different about it, man. And this is like Ed Sheeran's a friggin' chameleon. Bruno Mars can like play anything, get into anything. Chris Stapleton, I'm sure, like all this like blues rock, southern rock, all this stuff is like right up Chris Stapleton's alley, like for his voice and stuff, right? Like what a smart trio, what a great trio. I wouldn't be surprised if Bruno played drums on this. I wouldn't be surprised. They're doing work and like from a processing perspective, like the delay and stuff. Like let's go listen to Bruno for a second. It's like eighth notes. Hold on. Quarter notes. Fashion queen, fashion queen, fashion queen, right? And then it's like they go to the whole notes. They were changing it up earlier too. So here, watch now. See? Half notes. Great run. And like I say, everyone gets like everyone gets to shoot their shot in that line, and it's just like it sounds great, man. Everyone sounds like themselves. It's just like this is so well put together. Pull my trigger, let me blow your mind. I'm coming, baby. Oh yeah. Drummer almost looks familiar. Man, come on. That's definitely Bruno on drums, right? This is Bruno on drums. It just feels like Bruno on drums. Okay, so because this is what we do, we get nerdy around here. So typically, like if you go into like when guitar solos became like the priority, I'll say, because like I know rock and roll didn't start a lot of that, but I'm going to talk about rock and roll for a second. Like 80s rock and roll, like hair metal, and like when like guitar solos were like given their space, it was like expected. People are like trying to like outdo each other. Like there was little other characteristics that they would mix in with the band to make the drum solo stand out a little more. So one of them was like you would duck things like 400 from the rest of like the group. Maybe the toms didn't have it, maybe the kick drum didn't have a 400 as like a frequency, and you would boost it in a guitar because typically like 400, 440 is like an A chorus. It's like where your strings and everything are kind of like tension to. So it's just like a nice resonance for most guitars, right? So then when you're playing, it's like you don't have to turn it up. You just have more signal because you're filling it out. And the rest of the band, there's no 400 in the EQ. So like it kind of has more room to stand out, right? And oh my God, I got sidetracked here for a second. Now I forgot what I was going to talk about. That was an important point, though. Let's go back, and I'm gonna get back. Oh, and so what I was gonna get into was the opposite scale of that is like the 4K. The 4K frequency, like 4,000 hertz, is very bright and shimmery, right? And the ride bell sits right about in that same space. So when you're doing a guitar solo, if you go listen to like a lot of like even like Phil Collins, Genesis, like Steely Dan, any of that stuff, into like Def Leppard, into anything like that, like most guitar solos have a ride bell behind it, right? Because it like brings out the guitar solo. And in this, it sounds like they're doing the opposite, where it's like you have this really throaty, like really 400 driven, like dynamic mic on the hi-hat, and it's like really like low mixed, and you have this like really brittle sounding guitar that's mixed really high, but like the two don't clash with each other. They complement each other really well. That's what I was trying to get at. Where will you be when the ADHD strikes, eh? Great scream, come on. Great ending, great ending. What a blast, man. I'm very curious what the idea is behind the video, but like I dug it, man. Like they fucking killed it. Everyone, like from like a performance standpoint, looked like a party, man. Like the room looked great, the stage looked great, everything, man. And then like the song itself, like I said, I've heard it. I've definitely heard it before. I'm pretty sure I've seen the video before too, but like not like that, man. Like that was a ton of fun. I dug that. Thanks y'all for hanging on and waiting for a long time for this one, but hey, better late than never, right? We'll see everyone again soon.